Gildner family. They are a white Caucasian family from Montpelier, Louisiana. Drew and Lauren are married. They are 36 and 33. Drew has his high school diploma and is a pipe fitter in the plants, and Lauren has her bachelor's degree and is a teacher and also the caregiver of the family. Ella, their daughter, is 8 years old. Tucker is their son. He's 3. And they have another son, Trip, who is 2. The family's central belief is keeping God at the center and remembering to thank Him for the things that we have. That's what Drew said. The family's a mix of Baptist and Methodist, but they attend a Methodist church periodically. They mainly go on religious holidays, but did say that they should get into church more often. They practice prayer, such as praying over big meals, and they do have crosses and scriptures present within their home, such as on their mantle or the children's nightstands. The family is a working class for their social class. Lauren is a teacher who values her children's education and she contributes to their financial needs, but Drew is seen as the breadwinner of the family, being that he's a blue-collar worker. They are dual income, but Drew mostly covers the bills and the necessities. Their home is a single-storied home. They do own their home. They don't rent or lease. It's up to date and has advanced infrastructure. It's well kept, clean, and very suitable for the family's size. They have 4 furnished bedrooms with beds, nightstands, dresser drawers, toys suitable for the kids' ages. They also have 3 bathrooms, all of which are suitable for the children and Lauren and Drew. Their heating, cooling, lighting, and water systems are all functioning, and there's no hazards. There's no exits blocked or hallways blocked with anything to trip over. They have fire extinguishers present within the home and easily accessible, and their alarms are all up to date and working. The outside of their home also has age-appropriate toys for the children. They do have a spacious yard, so the kids get to run around and play. They have everything intact, paint, wooding, their vehicles are well kept, and other buildings such as Drew's shed is suitable for their needs and safe for the children. Everything is out of their way and out of their reach. They do not live in a neighborhood. They live on a family road, which has easy access to resources such as help with the kids, food, and land. They do garden and have chickens at just about every house within the neighborhood. So they live off the land a lot. Each house is up to date and well kept. They are all white, lower class, or working class within the family road. The community itself has grocery stores, schools, daycare, and easily accessible health clinics, which all are about 10 to 15 minutes away from where the family lives. And it is a crime-free community, being that it is kind of rural. Here is their genogram. You have Drew's parents had 3 children, and Lauren's parents were not married. They just lived together, and they had 3 daughters. Lauren's mother did suffer with substance abuse. She abused cocaine while her children were still within her household. Lauren's sister did get married and have a family of her own. She has 2 children, a boy and a girl. And Drew and Lauren got married and had Ella, Tucker, and Trip. And they do have 2 pets that live at their house. They're not inside pets. They remain outside. Here is their eco map. Drew's job is a tense relationship because it does take his time away from his children, but the energy flow goes back and forth because it helps provide for the family as well. Ella's teachers are a strong relationship, as well as Tucker and Tripp's daycare teachers. And Lauren's job goes hand in hand with that because she does work where Ella goes to school, so she's very close with those teachers. And the family insurance is also a tense relationship, as well as household bills, being that the family has to pay on that each month. It is a common stressor for the family. Drew said that Tripp's pediatrician was a weak relationship, but they did have a good relationship, and he was very helpful. Lauren's mom is also a weak relationship. They're not very close, but the energy flow does go both ways, being that she helps with childcare and babysitting, but the family also does help her with financials and anything she needs. And Drew's friends also live around the family road, and that's a strong relationship. They help the family, and the family helps them as well. The family is in between preschool children and school age children. They, for the preschool children, they aid to socializing, educating, and guiding the children. This is seen through the kids being involved in T-ball. They have age-appropriate learning tools and toys provided for them, and the family helps them in their education as well. And they do receive age-appropriate discipline. And the school-age children, they provide guidance to the child while collaborating with outside resources. Being that Ella is older than her siblings, her education, she's in school, her teachers help out a lot with being an outside resource, her friends, and she's enrolled in sports. Drew would be seen as a dysfunctional sender. He does not clearly express his needs. They're more of silent needs, so when there's a conflict, Drew typically chooses to act like there's no issue at hand. Lauren is a functional sender. She communicates her ideas and her feelings, and she keeps open communication between herself and her spouse and the children as well. Ella is a functional receiver. She listens and gives feedback when needed. She obeys her parents and helps with her siblings. She actively listens and offers feedback when it's seen appropriate. Tucker and Trip are both seen as dysfunctional receivers. They fail to listen or get the central idea at hand. This can be seen through one of them misbehaving and it resulting in an injury because they did not get the central issue. They just didn't listen to the demand being given. Lauren and Drew would both be viewed with referent power. This is power the person has because of the family member's positive identification with them. The children view both Lauren and Drew as their parents, so they do have that power, and both of them see each other as their spouse who provides for them, so they both respect each other in that aspect. Ella would be tension management power. She receives power by tension and conflict. This is like pouting, debating, or disagreeing. She'll often argue her way and try to receive power in that way. Tucker would be reward power. For example, his parents will say, if you pick up all of your toys, we'll give you a piece of candy. He does something positive in response to another person's compliance. Trip would be helpless or powerless power. He is the youngest, so often he is the troublemaker, but he does get away with it more often, being that he's the youngest and more vulnerable in each situation. Drew's formal role would be the provider role, and his informal role would be the harmonizer. He is the main source of the family's spending budget, and he tries to keep the family on track running smoothly. Lauren is the child socialization role and also the family coordinator. She mainly deals with the socialization of the children due to Drew's work schedule and being around them more often. And she tries to keep the family on task and give them a laid out schedule. Ella is the contributor and the great stone face because as the oldest sibling, she helps out with age appropriate chores and also tries to help in the education of her younger brothers. Tucker is the learner and also the blamer. Due to his young age, he relies on his family to help him with his education and learning right from wrong, but he also can be seen as the fault finder. He will blame his siblings or blame anything else for his own actions. Trip would be the learner and the bystander. He's also very young, a year under Tucker, so he learns based off of his family. They're a big source of his education, and he's often the follower because he either does not involve himself or he just goes along with what everyone else is doing or what his siblings are getting him into. The family values, Drew says that they thank God for the blessings and things that he's given to them, and they try to teach the kids a little bit more about prayer and talking about him as in talking about God. They also value work ethic, outdoor activities, education, spending quality time together, and they try to limit technology use of the children in order to get them to do more educational or outside activities. The family members do respect each other and respect the needs of each family member. They see each other's needs as worthy of attention, and they try to meet the needs to the best extent possible. This also goes outside of their immediate family living within their household. They try to help their extended family as well. The couple is committed to one another. They do show affection in front of their children and to their children, which further results in the children also showing affection to each other and their parents, and the family has a close bond all the way around. The childcare is split between the partners. Lauren is the main source of childcare during the week because of Drew's school schedule. She has the same schedule, being that she's a teacher, so she can pick the kids up from school at the time she gets off and be with them until Drew gets home from work. That also leaves her to be the main socialization factor. She brings the kids to and from school, sports, anything they need to go to while Drew is at work. And some outside contributors would be like daycare workers, teachers, family, and their friends, which also help Lauren shuffle the kids to and from functions. The disciplinarian would mainly be Drew, just because he is the more stern parent, but Lauren does share his belief and practices when it comes to discipline. The family is a rather healthy family, and they're well educated on what their health should be and how they can improve it if they need to. Their diet plan is home-cooked meals, or like the children will eat finger food. They love cinnamon toast sticks, which is not fairly healthy, but it's better than fast food would be. And the children do follow a weekly routine sleep schedule. Their schedule is very routine during the week, but then it kind of veers off during the weekend, which the family did say they could improve on. The kids are also enrolled in rec sports. They have daily hygiene practices. They do physical exam and routine checkups. They're all up to date on their immunizations. They have access to reliable health care nearby, and they do have family insurance that covers. They do owe a copay when they use their insurance, but it's nothing much. A short-term stressor of the family would be daycare and school, shuffling the kids to and from, and also providing funds for those. A long-term stressor is bills, mainly insurance, just being that they owe on this every month and they have 5 members of their family. Their coping strategies for these are normalizing. They tend to just act like nothing's wrong. They act like everything is normal. If there is a stressor at hand, the external would be maintaining links. They do have a close family system, so they do have help when they need it. And a dysfunctional coping strategy would be alcohol. Drew does tend to turn to alcohol or drink. He's not addicted, but it is something that could help the family save money and would be positive for his health if he did get rid of the alcohol. My nursing diagnosis for the first one is Lauren is at risk for caregiver role strain related to childcare and workload. Due to this, the goal would be Lauren will receive help with the childcare, reducing her stress levels by summer break, as evidenced by increased time for her self-care, reduced mental and physical strain, and she'd be able to complete household duties, also lowering her stress level, giving her the time to do that. Interventions could be increase the family involvement and child socialization. The family could step in a little more and help her shuffle the kids to and from, or just help with homework, things like that. There is a local specialist, Janine Jenkins. She is at a clinic about 20 minutes away from the family's home. I could refer Lauren to this specialist as a means to talk about her stress and help her cope. And also, there's a summer camp 20 minutes away as well from the family's home. The children could be enrolled in that, giving Lauren time for herself to get things done that she needs to around the house. The second diagnosis is the family presents a readiness for enhanced family processing relating to strengthening in nurture and support. The goal for this would be family will improve in nurturing and support mechanisms by next school year, as evidenced by improved child academics, regular sleep schedules, and fewer emotional outbursts. The family did shed light on the fact that Tucker does have emotional outbursts of rage, and they really don't know how to deal with it. And also, the sleep schedule could improve, as I've said before. The interventions for this would be promote open communication instead of using their dysfunctional communication methods, such as just normalizing things and acting as if nothing is wrong. Support role flexibility. For example, Drew could stay with the children for a weekend and be seen as the child care provider. And encourage use of the Family Center at St. Helena Library. There is a library in Greensburg that is 10 minutes up the road from the family's home, and they offer things such as tutors or public Wi-Fi. They have means to where Ella could get help in school, which would improve her academic standing. And that is it for my family assessment presentation.